Look at them run. They have so much energy today.
It must be the festival coming up. Everyone is excited.
The palace doors burst open as soldiers run through corridors of gold, shouting over the roar of the trembling earth. The mines have collapsed, one of them screamed, his voice cracking with terror. Dust rained from the ceiling. Statues split down the middle. In the throne room, King Adeyemi gripped a fistful of gold coins as the floor shuddered beneath him. The coins began to crumble in his palm, turning into fine, useless ash. "What is happening to my kingdom?" he shouted, his voice swallowed by the thunder of cracking stone. Outside, Zamora was breaking. But this was not the beginning. Years earlier, Zamora had been the pride of the continent. Its markets rang with laughter and bargaining voices. Its fields stretched endlessly in green waves beneath the sun. The River Idara flowed like liquid silver through the land, feeding farms and filling clay pots. Children ran barefoot through the streets, and the scent of roasted maize drifted through the air. At the center of it all stood King Adeyemi. He had not always been feared. In his youth, he had walked among farmers without guards. He had listened to fishermen complain about weakness. He had once told a crying widow, "As long as I breathe, no one in Zamora will suffer alone." And the people believed him. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, the king stood on his balcony watching caravans enter the city gates. "Zamora grows stronger each year," said General Boko proudly. "Our enemies envy us." Adeyemi nodded, though his gaze lingered on the wagons carrying gold from the eastern mines. "Strength," he murmured, almost to himself, "is measured by what a kingdom owns." Boko frowned slightly. "Strength is measured by loyalty, my king." Adeyemi did not answer. Days later, deep in the Oba Mountains, a miner named Kofi struck his pickaxe against something that did not sound like stone. It rang like metal but shimmered like fire. He knelt, brushing away dust, revealing a strange golden rock that pulsed faintly beneath his touch. "Call the overseer," he whispered, his heart racing. When the stone was brought to the palace, it seemed to glow brighter under torchlight. The court gathered around it in awe. "It radiates power," General Boko said. "It radiates temptation," replied the elder quietly. The elder was the oldest man in Zamora, his hair white as ash, his eyes sharp as a hawk's. He stepped forward, leaning on his carved staff. "Your Majesty, this is no ordinary gold." Adeyemi circled the stone slowly. "It shines like the sun." "What danger can come from sunlight?" The elder's voice grew firmer. "There are stories older than this palace. Stories of stones that answer desire. The more a ruler feeds it with greed, the more it feeds him with illusion." Adeyemi smiled thinly. "Are you telling me a rock can curse a king?" "I am telling you," the elder said, locking eyes with him, "that greed can curse a kingdom." The room fell silent. Adeyemi waved his hand dismissively. "Superstition. Zamora will study it." That night, alone in the treasury, Adeyemi placed a single gold coin beside the stone. He watched as its surface shimmered. Slowly, impossibly, another coin formed beside the first. His breath caught. "You see," he whispered, his eyes gleaming. "Not a curse. A gift." From that moment, something changed. At first, the king kept the stone a secret. Each night he tested it, feeding it coins, jewels, small bars of gold. Each morning, the treasury grew heavier. He began spending less time in the council chamber. When Amina, a farmer's wife, approached the palace gates to complain about rising taxes, she was turned away. "We must contribute more," a guard told her stiffly. "The kingdom expands." Amina clenched her fist. "My children are hungry." "That is not my concern," the guard replied. Inside, General Boko confronted the king. "Your Majesty," the farmers grumble. "The new mining quotas are too harsh." Adeyemi did not look up from the stone. God strengthens us. Our strength comes from our people. Our people eat because I protect them, Adeyemi snapped. And protection requires wealth. Boko's jaw tightened. This is not the king I swore to serve. Adeyemi's voice turned cold. Then remember your oath. The following month, new laws were announced. Every family would send one member to work in the mines. Taxes doubled. Grain reserves were seized to fund expansion. In the marketplace, whispers spread like wildfire. They say the king does not sleep anymore, one merchant muttered. They say he speaks to the god, another replied. Kofi, the miner who had found the stone, now worked longer hours than ever before. One evening, he stumbled home, his hands blistered and bleeding. His younger sister looked up at him. Brother, will this make us rich? Kofi forced a smile. That is what they promise. But deep in his heart, unease grew. The elder requested another audience with the king. When he entered the throne room, he found Adeyemi staring at piles of gold stacked like walls around him. You asked to see me, the king said impatiently. The elder's gaze swept across the treasure. I see Zamora grows heavier. And stronger, Adeyemi corrected. The elder stepped closer. The river's level has begun to fall. It is the dry season. The dry season has never killed fish overnight. Adeyemi's eyes narrowed. Speak plainly. The land reflects its ruler, the elder said. If your heart hardens, so will the soil. Adeyemi rose from his throne. Enough riddles. Zamora has never been wealthier. And never more fragile, the elder replied softly. Outside, the first sign came quietly. A field of maize withered in a single week. Farmers stood staring at brown, lifeless stalks. This has never happened, Amina whispered, tears in her eyes. Soon after, livestock began to sicken. The once mighty River Idara shrunk along its banks. In the mines, a tunnel collapsed, trapping 3 workers beneath stone. Kofi clawed at the rubble with bare hands. Hold on, he shouted. We are coming. But the overseer pulled him back. Orders are to secure the gold first. They are still alive. Kofi screamed. Gold does not wait, the overseer replied coldly. That night, the golden stone post read for the first time. Adeyemi stumbled back. What is this? He whispered. The torches flickered violently. A deep rumble echoed beneath the palace. For a brief moment, doubt flickered in his eyes. Then he hardened himself. It is power, he muttered. Nothing more. But beyond the palace walls, Zamora had begun to crack, not just in its earth, but in its spirit. And the day greed would destroy it was drawing closer. What would happen to Zamora? Would the king take correction, or would he allow greed to swallow him? Like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comment section.